Hi everybody and welcome to Doncaster Cables. I'm really excited to be here today because we're releasing a brand new product. You may know Doncaster Cables from the success and the game changer that was EV Ultra, which is still widely used. Today we are releasing PV Ultra, and this video is going to show you all about this cable and the problems that this cable answers. Let's get into it. So here is PV Ultra. Looks very similar to a normal armoured cable, however this is very, very different. In here we've got two DC cores. This is standard solar PV DC cable. This version is 6mm and they are encased within a class 2 cable basically. So we've got double insulated cables here wrapped in a sheath so that these double insulated cables are completely protected. If you're like me and you're a solar installer, to get these to the roof at the minute you're fitting it in conduit or some other type of containment, well, this will remove the need for you to install that containment. Let's run this up the side of the building using standard cable cleats. Let's strip this back, put our MC4 connectors directly onto this cable, install this end back in the garage or utility room into your isolator, and that's it, job done. No conduit, no end boxes, no funny 90-degree bends on conduits. We can fit this directly round the corner, up, under, back into a soffit, however you want to do it. Super flexible because it's just these cores within it, so it will adapt to any situation that you've got on that property that you're installing solar PV onto. These cores are already coloured, so easy identification of polarity. Obviously we've got white for negative, red for positive. We also do a 4-core version of this. So we've got a 4-core 6mm like this, which is 2-core 6mm, and then we've got a 2-core 4mm and a 4-core 4mm as well. So we've got a full range of products if you're doing a 1-string or a 2-string system. The next question you'll be thinking is, well, that's okay, Sam, but how do I strip? I might need 5 meters of this. We've thought of that. So you get your EV Ultra stripper or PV Ultra stripper, strip back what you need, wind it, pull it like that, pull that down, and this inner bed is super soft, so you can pull this down and that has stripped it, but we have built within this a nylon pull cord as well. So if you've got 5, 6, 7, 10 meters of this, all you need is your EV Ultra or PV Ultra stripper, wind that round to take this black outer sheath off, and then if you can't pull these through, we've also built this in. So you can pull that down and that will rip this inner bed, pull them across like that, strip that, and then seal this up with some heat shrink or some tape to give you a nice finish. Cable tie that to the underside of your rail. That goes to your first panel, that goes to your last panel, and that is it, job done. This could go in the loft and you take these inner cores through the felt and then out onto your roof, or this outer sheath could come through a flashing on your roof and you strip this cable out on the actual roof surface itself. Let's take the example of you've got a real issue with getting your DC cables into a loft because it's a converted loft. This has got added UV value so that this is really, really protected against sunlight, which if you're installing a solar is a massive bonus. This could come up the side of your building, up over the edge of the building and straight onto your rail. So you're not having to mess about with going from solid conduit to flexi conduit. You're taking this straight up with normal cable clips, straight onto the roof and stripping it back on the roof. You haven't got any joints, you haven't got any places where the water can get in because it's a solid cable, so no couplers, no end boxes, making that installation super, super quick. So for me, this is an absolute game changer. We've got here as well, we've pre-labelled this as Danger DC Cable Live during daylight, so that if there are any problems with identifying your DC cable along with a load of SWAs that are carrying AC and you don't want anyone to choose the wrong cable, this is easily identifiable in a loft, in a duct, in a garage, wherever, because it's got that warning label on there that this is live during daylight hours. So we thought of that as well, which makes your life so much easier. So before I let you go, let's run over the benefits of PV Ultra one last time. So benefit number one, super flexible. So if you've got to get this cable up through a soffit or in a tight space, you can get a decent bend on it. Saves installation cost. No more buying conduit, no more buying end boxes, no trying to seal those, no flexi conduit. This is the all-in-one solution. Saves installation time. So instead of having to mess about bending conduit and installing that containment, we are clipping this like a normal cable, which saves so much time. No more DC junction boxes if you're having to use some other cable because of the length of run. We can fit this straight away to the side of the building, through the loft, wherever you're going to install your solar PV. Added safety. That's the next thing. We've got this cable labels going all the way along the cable, meaning that it's easily identifiable from an AC cable that might be running in the vicinity of this as well. Easy polarity identification. So we've already got these pre-colored cores, red and white, which will make the polarity impossible to get wrong, because this white is this white at the other side of the cable, so you're not going to get that wrong. A 2-core and a 4-core version in both 4 and 6 mil. So whatever string configuration you've got, there is a PV Ultra cable to meet that design parameter, which is really cool. And the backing from a company like Doncaster Cables that have been making cable 40 years. So let's go for PV Ultra for added safety, ease of installation, and such a neater finish.